You know what? I was sitting here and I was like, man, what am I going to record for a video? Because I just had no idea what to do. I decided, I don't usually, I know in other videos, someone's probably heard me say, well, this is boring, why would you just sit there and talk to yourself? Sometimes that's just the only thing you want to do, Sometimes you just decide, I don't really want to talk to anybody else for the rest of the night. And maybe you make that decision at 7:45, who knows? I'm recording this at 10:55, as you can see in the timestamp. Follow my mouse down here, bottom right corner. So, I decided why not, right? Maybe I'll just sit here and so whatever comes into my head is what I'm gonna be saying, because, well, that's just what I'm feeling tonight. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about my life, because that seems to be something that nobody really knows about. So, for the first 8 years of my life, I guess, I lived in Seattle for a long time, and I liked it there. I really did. I liked the people there. I liked hanging out with the people there. They were really fun. They were pretty lively. We had a lot of fun. I mean, it was also elementary school, so there wasn't classes and stuff, and nobody was a drug dealer or anything yet, or addicted to drugs and had gone to juvie 3 times. Anyways, so preschool, I went to preschool with, I went to preschool at a church, apparently. I didn't actually know that until my mom told me that. I was like, really? I went to preschool in the church? And she said yes, and I was amazed. And so there, I actually met my 2 best friends at the time. My guy, Matthew Moat, and Jack Callan. I still have really close connection with Jack. He moved to California, I want to say 3 years ago. And he was probably the best friend I ever had. I mean, Matthew was also a really good friend, and we actually called ourselves the 3 Musketeers, the 3 Amigos, 3 insert friendship name here, because we just loved to hang out with each other. We loved being with each other, and it was a lot of fun whenever we hung out. Then I think I moved away, and then Jack and Matthew got into a fight. And I moved out in 3rd grade, and I really didn't want to go. I hated that I moved. I hated my new school. I didn't like anyone there, and that kind of just persisted throughout, my elementary school, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. I hated everybody. I'm not even gonna lie. Which was why I was happy that I went to the middle school that was not directly related to my elementary school. Woodridge and those guys obviously feed into Chinook and stuff, and Bennett Elementary, which is where I went, you're supposed to go to Highland, but obviously that didn't happen in my case. On top of that, I was a really social person, but I guess there was just, when I moved into Bellevue, I felt like there's a different attitude, The people around me, they didn't seem as social in elementary school, at least. I always really felt like an outcast, which, definitely I was. I didn't really talk to anybody. I talked to one person, and that person nobody else liked. And I didn't realize that until 7th grade, and I was like, wow, I was an idiot. I hung out with this one person that nobody really wanted to be around. So nobody hung out with me in turn. But there was this one kid who was really nice to me, even though I hung out with this girl. Yes, it was a girl, right? Surprise, surprise. Actually, that is kind of surprising. Me hanging out with a girl in these days is some crazy shit, to be honest with you. So anyways, This guy, he was really nice to me, and you know, if you guys recognize this name, this isn't someone that you really think that of. I'm not trying to be mean to him, but like, you know, now that's not exactly the word I would use to describe him. But actually, Jacob Neal was probably the nicest kid to me in elementary school. Like, I don't even know how to like put it into words, but I'm just glad, you know, he talked to me, because shit, I hated the person that was what everybody else hated, but she was the only person that would really talk to me aside from Jake, and I was too much of a pussy to go talk to Jake's friends, so there's that. But, you know, elementary school was rough. Middle school was a completely different story. I came in to middle school the same way that I came in elementary school. I was like, man, I'm gonna hate everybody here. This sucks. I don't know why I'm here. Until the first day of school. I know that sounds weird, but there was like the 6th grade orientation thing, and a couple of people went, and you know, by 5th grade I'd made a couple of new friends, but they were never anybody popular, just because, you know, that wasn't exactly, I was not really a nerd, I was just straight up, I just was literally unpopular. That's kind of sad, but that's the reality. So while being unpopular, I went to this thing where I was like, okay, well, these are going to be the people who I might know from elementary school. I showed up on the first day, and I was kind of a dick to them. I remember one kid was like, hey man, how's it going? And I said, hi, and walked away. I went to go to my first period just to meet the first possible kid, and, well, I met him. I met this kid named Chris Freeze, and this other kid. So I met Chris Freeze, Junior Mai, Chris Bullard, and, you know, they were my very first middle school friends. And I was like, wow, these guys are awesome. And at this time, I had a Samsung flip phone that you could not do anything on, no matter what. Like, literally no matter what. Like, you could try to do something, but it wasn't gonna happen. And it was really funny. And so I got into the class and I was like, alright, I like these guys. Junior was the plug in 6th grade. I failed that English class, that was first period. But Junior tried his hardest to help me get my grade up, and thanks, man. If you watch this video, thank you. 6th grade, I also met this clown, Vasil. I left him out of the first part because he's got a big second part. Vasil was a clown. He was hilarious to me. I thought he was fucking funny. I thought he was just an absolute clown. Which was funny because he had just moved from Bulgaria like 2 years ago or something. He didn't really know what he was saying half the time. I think that's why I thought it was funny, because he was basically just as random as I was. And so, I guess I just liked that, you know, that there was somebody who wasn't just weird as shit, or who just was weird like me, and I could really relate to on a lot of levels, aside from the fact that I'm not in my homeland anymore. But, go Bulgaria. Somebody else that I met. Oh, 6th grade, I also started bands. I was a percussionist. It was fun. It was fun to do. I liked it. And percussion was something that I actually couldn't do in 5th grade because the teacher told me I couldn't keep rhythm. And then I came out of 8th grade at this school as the #1 drummer at the school. So progress was made. Fuck you, Mr. Kim at Interlake. thought you were hot shit, not putting me in the fucking elementary school drumming. You're a clown. I played trumpet in 5th grade. I don't like to talk about elementary school that much. 6th and 7th grade, I played basketball. And I was god awful at basketball. Like, imagine the worst basketball player you know right now. Now divide his skill by 20 and then subtract 15, and there's my skill in basketball. I was awful. I was really good at rebounds, but I couldn't lay up. I wasn't somebody that they'd be like, yo, go guard the point guard or something. I was somebody that they were like, yo, go guard the center because he doesn't dribble. That's basically where I was at. Because I got cut, and I was like, wow, this sucks. So I went to go, Chris, who I played basketball with, and I think that was it. Oh, and my summer water polo coach asked me to come play club water polo, and I was like, you know, maybe I'll try this out. I like playing water polo, and I started as a goalie, but then I slowly became a field player once I got into high school. We're not going to get to high school because that's a shit show. We're not getting to high school yet. High school is going to be later when I'm really running out of shit to talk about. Because that's when I got I got a big list for that. My arm is pointing at the side where I have an imaginary blackboard or something. I don't even know. Anyways, water polo. Started playing water polo, and I thought it was the greatest sport of all time because I was actually decent at it. I was a good goalie for how much experience I had, which was little to none, but I was actually pretty good at it. And so with that, I got a lot of playing time on upper age groups for their teams, and it was dope because I was like, I never would have gotten anything like that a long time ago because I was ass, like literally. Like, imagine some sweaty ass. That was me in a nutshell. On top of me being sweaty ass cheeks at basketball, I was also I played lacrosse too. Also, something that might kind of shock some people is in elementary school and like middle school, I wasn't that funny, which is something that would probably shock some people if I told them that now. I was really just kind of there. I was just kind of standing around doing nothing, and I would be like, yo guys, you want to go? Yeah. And I thought that shit was hilarious, and I laughed at all my jokes because I thought I was the greatest. By the way, self-confidence, never something I've struggled with in my life. Because I just thought it was, because I knew, like, I knew that, you know, once I learned that being funny was like really a good thing and become like, you can be popular if you're funny, dude, you have no idea how fast I started looking up jokes. The sad part is everybody knew all the jokes I was telling. If I'm ever good at a sport, I think I'm the absolute shit at it. And, well, sometimes I am, but most of the time I'm not. Like, it depends on what situation. I could be good at it. Probably not, but I'm sometimes. So anyways, I liked it a lot, and I loved hitting people. To this day, I love like playing lacrosse, and like I love to hit people. I don't know why, but I do. It's just a physicality thing, I guess. So I decided this was going to be a 3-part video, mainly because nobody wants to watch the 55 minutes of me talking to myself that I recorded. You know, it's probably gonna be 4 parts actually. I'm gonna try to make each one about 9.5 minutes from here on out. I know this one was like 14-ish minutes, but hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Should be coming out soon. Peace. Never mind about that. Obviously this isn't a draw my life video, but for the purposes of no footage for this, I have a draw my life picture. Now the video's gonna end.